Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Akashic Readings. Does life exist on other planets? What is the truth of the Bermuda Triangle mystery? Can I find out about my past lives? The hallways of Kala Chakra hide many answers. Get answers to all these questions and more directly from the source, the Cosmic Archives. Cosmic Archives are the mystical records of all the events, words, thoughts, and actions that have ever happened in the cosmos. The time shaft can be rewound and fast-forwarded for answers that only a living incarnation can access. Now, for the first time, a living avatar who is the embodiment of the cosmos itself opens himself in a language that we can understand. Akashic Readings. Google the Cosmic Archives.
Nithyananda, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasya Lakshmam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, Due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn. Beyond form, formlessness is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, throbhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 face, Ishana Murti as 5 face, Vamadeva Murti as 5 face, Agora Murti has 5 face, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 face. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 face, Agora Murti has is 5 face, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 face, Satyojata Murti has his 5 face, Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas, exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada, then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashiva, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashiva, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nithyananda Paddhati for the power of Akashic reading. Powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang, Living Advaita series.
Happening in this body. I think the Amrita Kalasha is going to come out from this body only, and Kumbh Mela is going to happen there. Certain issues, the weakness of human beings or interpersonal relationship issues among the disciples, it will always be Kalabhairava. Now I am seeing it is becoming Dakshinamurti. And I think Mahadeva is preparing for Kumbh Mela. Everything put together is Charya. Lifestyle. How you should wake up, how you should brush your teeth, wash yourself, take bath. Everything. From the time you wake up to till you go to bed, purifying your whole muscle memory is what Mahadeva is teaching through Charya. Kriya means the spiritual process. The spiritual process. Please understand, Agama is the only science, even though science is a small word, I am using that word. Agama is the only spiritual inner science to manifest anything you want as reality. If you want to bring God into a stone and want to make him live in that stone, there is a kriya. There is a process. If you want to heal your stomach pain, there is a kriya. There is a process. If you want to heal somebody's cancer, there is a kriya. There is a process. If you want to bring rain, there is a kriya, there is a process. If you want to stop the rain, there is a kriya, there is a process. You want to bring the sun, there is a kriya. You want to stop the sun, there is a kriya. Everything. Everything. You can achieve it through the certain kriyas, processes. You may not do all the kriyas, but knowing that science and few kriyas helps you to manifest the reality as you wanted. To manifest the reality as you wanted. To awaken completion in you, to awaken strength in you, to awaken joy in you, to awaken respect for yourself in you. That's one of the best things Mahadeva does in Agama. He helps you to manifest so many wonderful powers. Anybody who practices Agama develops tremendous respect for themselves, about themselves. It's not ego. Ego will always be based on powerlessness. Respect will be always, self-respect will always be based on powerfulness. Every time when a problem comes in front of me, I only become more powerful by learning and expressing the method and solving it. Understand? Self-respect for yourself is never an ego. Mahadeva does that to you when you practice Agama. The lifestyle of Shuddhadvaitam. That is why my ashram is the greatest training ground for me. I get trained by my disciples because they invent, say, you bring any problem, I can invent solution. I bring any solution, my disciples can invent problem and out of it. And it is amazing training ground for me. But fortunately, because Mahadeva is manifesting himself so much through this body, every problem only makes me more and more powerful. Because now I have one more methodology to solve the issues, one more way of solving the problems. It only makes me more and more powerful. Actually, if you understand the science of Kriya, as per Agamas, every moment of your life you will become more and more powerful. You will become more and more intelligent, more and more energetic. Science of Kriya. Actually, once you understand the science of Kriya, you don't even need to create the fire and pour the ghee. Just by changing your breath, you can manifest the same Agni from your body, and that Agni will manifest what you want as reality. You don't have to put rice and pour ghee into the fire. If you just put the rice and ghee into your stomach, the fire in your stomach, that Agni, you will manifest what do you want. Whatever you want. Your eating can become a spiritual practice to manifest what do you want. Yoga, as per Agama, is experiencing union, oneness with oneness itself. Understand? Patanjali's definition of yoga is yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. Cessation of the mind is yoga. But Mahadeva's description about yoga, you need to know Mahadeva does not prescribe, propose mind control anywhere in the whole Agama. No. He doesn't say thoughtlessness is yoga. No. He says thoughts are too superficial. Don't be controlling or playing or fighting with it. They have no meaning. Why do you want to fight, play, spend time with something which is meaningless, which has no meaning, which is meaningless? Mahadeva's definition about yoga is experiencing oneness with oneness itself. Union with oneness itself is yoga. When you understand that science, you will see the life in different dimension. Jnana. Mahadeva's definition about jnana is enlightened about everything that exists is jnana. Union with oneness itself is yoga. Enlightened about everything exists is jnana. Charya, Kriya, Yoga and Jnana. Lifestyle, processes, union and enlightenment. All these four you will experientially internalize in Kumbh Mela through the 70 various initiations.
Let's go to the Shastra Pramana, eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures.
The Shastra Pramana for the power of remote viewing or Akashic reading is taken from the Jnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram स्तब्धात्मा तत्क्षणात् देवी भैरवं वपुराप्नुयात् आकाशं विमलं पश्यं कृत्वा दृष्टिं निरन्तरां स्तब्धात्मा तत्क्षणात् देवी भैरवं वपुराप्नुयात्.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looked at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze without blinking continuously and make the body and the inner space gently and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space Bhairava. Bhagavan beautifully says how we need to exist as more and more in Charya Pada, Jnana Pada, Yoga Pada, and the whole space of how Kriya Pada we need to offer. The Charya Pada, the lifestyle matters. The Vatavarana matters. Like Bhagavan says, Bernard Shaw moved into a place where people lived above the 100 years, so that he'll have the Vatavarana, which changes his very biology to align to live up to 100 years. The cities where people live 50 years, 60 years, if you're going to live there, you will not have the cognition of living healthy and fine till 100 years. Even to that extent, if it is affecting, as conscious beings, we have to live in a place where consciousness is practiced 24/7. To break, we deluded ourselves into the delusion. We have to remove the delusion and attest ourselves to where we belong. For that, we need a Vatavarna. And Vatavarna is so powerful. The Satsanga is so powerful, Bhagavan says. Even the Asuras and the animals, if living in that space, becomes enlightened. Just the Vatavarna is enough. The Satsanga is enough to raise the humanity into conscious beings. Here, living outside the Vatavarna, even if we try for millions of years, we have to be stuck ourselves by ourselves. The Vatavarna, even if it is difficult, staying in the Vatavarna is so important and so easy. That is the Charya Pada. When Bhagavan was asked how Ramana Maharshi is saying it's so simple, just as a blink of an eye, Bhagavan simply answers, being in the Charya Pada, it is like a blink of an eye. But if you are struggling with yourself, even for a decade, it is going to be the most difficult thing. So Charya Pada, the Vatavarna, living physically in a place where they only live as consciousness as the ultimate and the only goal, is the most important and primary step to the space of enlightenment. Second, he speaks about yoga. Yoga is not just bending the body or just feeling the great health, but it is beyond. These are side effects of yoga, but just the oneness itself, experiencing the oneness itself, is the ultimate space of yoga. The body merges into the highest consciousness and disappears, and only feel the oneness space of Paramashiva. That really materializes as yoga. And then he says about the jnana, the enlightenment itself, by manifesting all these powers of Paramashiva again and again and again, going into the space of oneness with Paramashiva, manifesting your reality, makes you the jnana pada happen. Such a beautiful space that Bhagavan gives, and detoxing your body removes all the toxin and all the bacteria. As per science, it says 80% to 90% your gut runs the brain. That is why Bhagavan has told that lower three chakras simply can be mastered just by removing the toxin in that intestine, the gut, liver, all that is full of toxin and bacteria, which is running the tantrum, throwing the tantrum in you. Remove all that by taking the haritaki, doing the panchakriya, taking the neem juice, and castor oil. Simply brings you to completion with the lower three chakras. And you can be in such a high space of just reflecting the consciousness in your brain because nothing else is disturbing you. He gives all the best techniques for us to attain the moksha. Living that space and being in that space simply makes you an enlightened being, Paramashiva himself. With that powerful cognition, let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, Akashic reading, revealing the happenings, immediate happenings in your life. Here, history of Guru Raghavendra, focused for one who took the three avatars. Source book, official site of Raghavendra, Mantralaya Mat. Sri Raghavendra Swami confirms the prediction done by the astrologer about his lifespan. One of the three great astrologers who never failed in their prediction from Kerala came to Raghavendra Swami Mat. Sri Raghavendra Swami handed over the horoscope of each of them and asked them to calculate the longevity. After hours of calculation, the three astrologer determined that owner of the horoscope would live for 70 years, the other declared 300 years, and third declared 700 years. The Sabha was surprised and eager to know whose horoscope that was. Raghavendra Swami said the horoscope was his own. Then, great learned Sri Raghavendra Swami declared all the astrologers were correct. He would live in a mortal body for 70 years, after which he would be taken to Sajiva Samadhi, which continues to live in the Samadhi and in the Mantralaya Mat for 700 years. And his book and teaching, which effectively preached till 300 years. How accurate the three were. If we did not understand the depth of it, we would be confused. Apta Pramanas are the authority of Hinduism. The rishis, munis, ganas, Nayanamars who lived in the physical body and experienced all the powers of Paramashiva, who time tested and verified all the signs of power manifestation. Bhishma lived 600 years, Drona, everybody lived, Ravana lived from the time of Parasurama to Rama. Everything was possible in the human body for many, many years for the humanity. We forgot the science, and now Bhagavan is reviving the science of making us understand without that incompletion, being grounded in Paramashiva, simply we can manifest that reality of living how many ever years we want. This beautiful science Bhagavan has given us to manifest our reality. Let's go to Atma Pramana, Akashic reading, question and answer.
Present moment, be in the space of completion. Learn to bring completion to yourself, restful awareness to yourself now, and do not have guilt or worry if you have the influence of the past and influence of the future on present now. Guilt or fear is a one more incompletion that is not going to help. So, not engaging with guilt, not engaging with fear, unclutching with fear, incompletions, guilt is the right attitude. Understand the official attitude towards incompletions, towards guilt, towards fear is unclutching, and all the further manipulation of fears, if you unclutch, life will become worse. All those fears are manipulation of fears. All those multi-level fears do not have the real existence. They are delusion, constantly invading your inner space to destroy the possibility of enlightenment. Please understand. Anyone who comes to simple awareness stops behaving agitated, immature, rough, like multiple personality. All this layered fears, fear, guilt, powerlessness, incompletion are layered. Please understand, this is the Deva Rahasya. They all do not have influence over your present moment. This present moment, you meet the consciousness. Consciousness meets Kala directly. So, any practice you do in the present moment, for example, you declare completion. Immediately, even 2000 years of incompletion has no power over you. This is Deva Rahasya. Understand? This Deva Rahasya can empower the truth in you just like that. You can manifest Paramashiva now. Only thing, don't become arrogant. Don't become arrogant. When this truth was given to Brahma, he became Paramashiva. He became one with Paramashiva. But unfortunately, he could not maintain himself in that state. He started developing arrogance and started abusing Shiva and Guru. Paramashiva, who gave this truth to Brahma as Guru, he started abusing the Guru, thinking that he knows the whole business trick or trick of the trade or the whole thing. Then Kalabhairava manifests and removes his own head and makes him understand the truth, ultimate, and again gives him back the Parabrahma space, and Brahma continues to do his responsibility of creation. Understand, Kalabhairava is eternal compassion, eternal love. Whenever you express love, even in simple acts, like giving a smile, giving a sweet hug, without calculating, even simple act you do, the strength you feel is Kalabhairava's strength. It is Kalabhairava's strength. A lady devotee with a mentally little challenged child goes to Ramakrishna and asks, what wrong I did that I have got a child like this, Ramakrishna says, remember the child is God and take care, you will become enlightened. Because the simple act of giving love strengthens your kala dimension. And if you remember, cognize to whom you are giving love is God, it becomes devotion. I tell you, every time you share love, every time you use love as the strategy for your existence, the joy oozes out in your being is the strength of Kala Bhairava. Strength of Kala Bhairava. Kala Bhairava is eternally loving, caring, blissful, ferocious, ecstatic, blissful, ferocious. Meditate on him. Be eternally loving like him. You will be just. Understand? All justness manifests from extreme love. That is why Kala Bhairava is Lord of Yama. Kala Bhairava is the Lord of integrity. Kala Bhairava is Lord of justice. All justice is delivered cosmically only from the pure space of love. Maintain the intense space of love. Paramashiva will raise you to the space of being a justice, delivering justice to the world. Compassionate, eternally loving are always kept in the space of delivering justice, giving justice. Understand? Extreme compassion, extreme joy, extreme ecstasy. Brings intense powerfulness and strength in you. Just go on be sharing smile and love to anything you see. Hug anything you see. If you don't have any object in front, hug the air. You will build strong body and heavy muscles like Kala Bhairava. Listen. Listen to this Deva Rahasya. Look everything you see with love. Hug everything you see, including the air. You will build healthy, powerful, heavy body and grounded being. Superconscious flowering. Sannyasa is seeing everything you see through love, hugging everything you see. One with everything you see. People, objects, animate or inanimate. In the cosmos, there is no inanimate. In Kala, there is no inanimate. It is a space where the big bangs and black holes, planets, suns and stars and moons evolve billions of years exist and dissolve spontaneously, simultaneously, without gap. Billions of years without gap. Meditate on it. Meditate on it. Meditate on it. It is Deva Rahasya. The moment you understand this, your third eye will open up. Billions and billions of yugas, zillions and zillions of years without gap. Meditate on it. That is Kala Bhairava's fire. The Prabha, Tejas, shining of Kala Bhairava is this powerful cognition. Zillions and zillions of yugas, years, without gap. Universes, multiverses happen, exist for billions of years, dissolve, but no gap. It is spontaneous and simultaneous. Meditate on this in your third eye. Meditate on this in your third eye. Kala Bhairava, deep compassionate being, will reveal the secret of time in your consciousness. This is the initiation.
Akashic Reading, live relay of how Bhagwan Kalabhairava and Swamiji lands on these balasan, initiated balasans, and manifest as Akashic Reading.
Nithyananda, I welcome all of you with my love and respects for this live relay of the Akashic readings, the cosmic archives being revealed by the bodies of the Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul. So today we'll be taking a tour into this whole thing of the happening of the Akashic readings. Swamiji is continuously, in everyday satsang, he is delivering different messages, different truths, so that we all can start manifesting the powers of Sadashiva. So what you are witnessing right now is also one of the powers of Sadashiva. Here, Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul sit every day and reveal the Akashic readings, the cosmic archives to their bodies.
There's a chance for you to go.
This whole session commences with a puja which establishes the feeling connection between them and Swamiji. Once this feeling connection is established, they become a channel for the cosmic energy to flow through them. Like how in today's satsang Swamiji was explaining that there is nothing at all in our life other than having the existential reality. Whether you are Sadashiva as your true cognition, you being grounded in that cognition.
Then you will be able to win and you won't be able to go to prison. Start living in integrity with Yes. Means you go to the court and you have to prove yourself.
We have this Murti here where all the Balasans look at this Murti, look at Swamiji's Murti through their third eye, and whatever question they have, it just gets revealed. The answers for all those questions just gets revealed on this Murti. You may not be able to see this just through your two naked eyes. But once your third eye is initiated, and when you let Sadashiva to flow through you, the cosmic energy of Swamiji to just flow through you,
then automatically, when you just look at Swamiji's Murti through your third eye, whatever question you may have, the answers for it just starts appearing as golden letters. Every day, tons of people come just to have their Akashic readings read out. Akashic readings are much beyond time. They're not bound by time. They're not bound by anything.
Now what you do is, as what I see now is,
People come through online. They connect through online if they're in different
as
countries.
blessing from Swamiji.
Or so many people come physically here to have their Akashic readings read.
It will become successful.
Yes, we need to have a DTS session.
Every day this happens. Every day. Every day, whatever you may be doing, there is no use at all unless you're established into this existential reality that Sadashivam, I am Sadashivam. That doesn't happen just by you constantly trying to just remember once, tell once and forget it and continue with your actions. And again, after a long time, again you remember, and but you don't bother about it and you continue with your actions. No, if you're going to do like that, it's not called as living that space of Sadashiva. Only when you start manifesting those powers, only when the Shaktis start manifesting through you, the Sadashivam space becomes permanently established within yourself. When you just see the way the kids are sitting here, just see the body language of them, you'll understand this. Because they're not sitting in whichever casual way they want. Just see their body language. Normally, if you see their body language, it will be completely different from the way how it is right now. Body language of each kid.
With this, let's move to the instruction and Pratyaksha Pramana scientific study for manifesting the powers of Akashic reading.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. The science behind Akashic reading. As time exists simultaneously as a dimension of space, all energy or information, energy is nothing but subjective information, is waiting to be decoded depending on the parameters and objects used. To explain this with a simple analogy, electricity is coded energy and is decoded in an object called a light bulb and thus manifests as the light. At a classical level, all information is stored in bits in computer language as a binary of 0 and 1, which is then decoded by the software of the computer. As mentioned earlier, at the quantum level, information is stored as qubits. These qubits of information are present across the entire fabric of the cosmos and represent the entire information held within the cosmos in time and space. Interestingly, at the quantum level, the binary system exists as 0 and 1 separately, but happens simultaneously and concurrently, such that both 0 and 1 exist at the same time. Information regarding past, present, or future of a quantum nature is available, waiting to be decoded, but at the present moment, there exists no technology in science which can work as a true quantum computer and has the software to understand all the information and underlying principles of the cosmos. Biologically, the human brain has been linked to the equivalent of quantum computer. An avatar in the form of being, like Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is able to access the qubits of information stored across the cosmos as Akashic readings, as he himself is both the software and the hardware, the subject and the object of the quantum universe. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 3, Akashic Reading, page 90. We will now introduce a video on Retrieve Your Akashic Records by the avatar himself, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, on the morning of 29th March 2011 at Paddhati Ashram, Bengaluru, India.
Please understand, any action you do just based on the physical body will leave its wave and the archive in physical layer. All your physical actions get gathered and archived in the physical layer of the cosmos. Understand? Even a small act you do, like a simple eating, gets recorded in your file in the cosmic physical archives. Same way, any small thought crosses your mind, like, I think I should go and lie down and sleep. Even this simple thought gets recorded in your mental layer as a file and stored in the cosmic archives. Anything happened from the beginning, in all 7 levels, in all beings, is available alive. Understand? 3000 years before, when you were in the pig body or buffalo body or elephant body or dinosaur body, what you thought on particular day and particular moment can be retrieved without any corruption or mismanagement or alteration. Whole thing is available. If the action which you did is performed from the first layer, it will be available in first layer file. If it is from second layer, it will be available from the second layer file. If it is from third layer of your body, it will be available from third layer of the file. But one important thing is, billions and billions of first layer files are available. Millions and millions of second layer files are available. But only thousands of third layer files are available, because people don't function from second layer and third layer. Understand? So when you go deeper and deeper and deeper, only few thousand or few hundred files are available from the 7th layer actions.
Each individual's DNA holds its personal Akashic records. Science says that the human species has evolved with a 2-stranded DNA, which is found in every cell, which determines the form as well as the potential diseases and skills we can have. Scientists are very clear that what we think is not our original blueprint, because we are able to study only one part of the DNA till now. The other unrevealed part, which scientists have not been able to study or logically understand its function, they have labeled as junk DNA or shadow DNA. Scientists are absolutely right when they say there are 2 parts in the DNA, and one part which they are able to study is responsible for the form and diseases. The other part is what is responsible for our spiritual gifts. I tell you, the other part is what carries all the siddhis and superhuman powers. I can say the part which is already discovered is junk DNA. The part which is not yet discovered, or maybe I can use the word yet to be realized, it is this part that contains information about who you really are on a level of spiritual beingness. It is that part to which I gave the name Jivatma, the individual consciousness or individual self DNA. It is that part which carries our divine personality. By His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Setting up for Akashic reading for revealing what's going to happen in next 24 hours. Camera with timestamp, Dhyananjan, pencil and paper, Atmamurti and a partner. Explain to the partner what exactly you're going to be doing. Download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is recorded very clearly, seen very clearly on the screen. Make sure the camera is facing you and the partner very clearly, and the sound is recorded very nicely in a wide angle. The place is very well lit and there's no background music. Guidelines for guidelines. Turn on the video recording, apply the Jnana, bring your awareness to your third eye, offer the Guru Puja, scan the partner, write the happenings in the immediate future within the next 24 hours through the third eye, what is revealed through on what appears on the Atmamurti in the golden letters. Verify what is revealed has happened. It matches exactly, then you manifested the powers. If you're feeling only Kundalini energy or some of it is correct, wonderful, you started manifesting the power of Akashic reading. Please celebrate where family and friends or whatever is revealed. Verify the video is authentically recorded, step by step, all shown in the video. Share the video with powerful cognition with your friends and family. Listen to others' experience of manifesting these powers for more entanglement.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious, beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea-based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
No video editing of Shakti Avishkarna video. Verify video is not stopped or restarted during the process. All the videos are verified with a timestamp and a wide angle. No clues or hints while manifestation. No Bluetooth or gadgets during manifestation. If you'd like to use Garbha Aushadha, please do so. Write all the birthmarks for what has appeared in the third eye in the Atmamurti in golden letters. Matches exactly what is given by the partner. Do not tamper the details after the verification, during the verification process or after the verification process. Make sure the whole authenticity is maintained. Thank you for participating in the power of Akashic reading, revealing the birthmarks.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity, Bhagavan says. The quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham